Hi everyone, I just wanted to share with you a few activities I've put together for my kindergartner and preschooler, along with a few hands-on activities that kind of go with their language arts phonics curriculum. Okay, so first I have here a very inexpensive activity that I put together from Dollar Tree. The tray was from Dollar Tree. The plate I had already, and these foam alphabet puzzles. I could pick those up at Dollar Tree. So I call this my alphabet soup activity, basically. So what the child will do is they're using their fine motor skills to pick up the letters, and they're going to fill the plate with the letters. Once they're done filling the plate with the letters, they are going to match the letter with the puzzle and find where it goes. These are all uppercase, so this is all uppercase. B, B, and so forth. So pretty much that's how the activity is going to go. They're going to fill up all three mats. When they're done, they're going to take the letters out of the mat, put them back, because I am also trying to teach them how to clean up after themselves as well. So once they're done, they'll put these back, and if they want to try the lowercase, they can. The lowercase letters are all in this bag. Okay, so that's how that activity works. Inexpensive, very good for them. This is an activity I had already, and I just kind of dressed it up with something new. I put it in a new box, and this is, actually this is math, this is not phonics, but this is patterns. And so it's basically these little bugs that I have here, and I've turned it also into a fine motor skill activity as well. Matching, sorting, basically. Again, this is math. So there's two different types of tongs that are in here. These are pentagrasp tongs, because these are made so that the only way that you can hold them is with your index and your thumb. And this part is gripped in between there. So you really are working on that pincer grasp in order to pick these up, and that's the way that works. These are for larger motor skills, still fine motor, but you're using the larger muscles in your hand to use these. So these, I would suggest that they begin with these so that they don't have, it would limit frustration, and as they progress they could start to use the smaller ones. These are like an alligator shape. I got these at a training that I had gone to, but I'm pretty sure you can probably find them on Amazon or something. So to kind of go along with that, I did put a tray in here because I do want them to get accustomed to working on trays. And I also have just an extended book that will go with that, insects and spiders. So basically they'll be able to flip through here and just learn a little bit about insects and spiders. Basically they're going to look at the pictures and ask questions, and then I'll be able to better help them with that. So that is that. You know, I wish I had like a magic wand that would just kind of zap this stuff back into the package. But in any case, I'm going to come over here. Here is one of my favorites that I've put together because the kids really, really love Elmo. So, well, I'm going to put the bag on the floor. I think it'll work out better if I put the bag on the floor. And here is what's in the Elmo bag. Okay, it's just not working out for me right now. But I have 3 of these. And these are like Lego type Elmo toys. This is Cookie Monster. And see, they put together, they're going to build Cookie Monster with this. So this is great. And I have 3 of these. And I have another one. So basically, I just tried to put everything in here that would kind of go with the theme. And then I've got 2 puppets. This is a Grover puppet. Hi, my name is Grover. I did a puppet show for my my son's first birthday. Was Elmo themed, and I put on a puppet show. And so these puppets are from his first birthday. Hi, my name is Elmo. I'm 2 years old. Elmo, love you. Okay, well, that's enough of that. And so I still have a bunch of these Elmo toys. I found this at America's Thrift Store. I thought it was very, very cute. The nose used to say something when you press the nose, but, you know, the kids have since, I think, is it the nose or the eyes? Yeah, it's the nose. It used to talk, but it doesn't talk anymore. I guess maybe if I found where the batteries go, it might work. But anyway, inside is just a little doctor's kit. All different Elmo type toys that go with the doctor's kit. And I have an Elmo book in the bag that kind of matches with that. This would be what I call my literary theme kit, because it would go with the books and things that I have. So this is Elmo. It's Checkup Time Elmo, so that kind of goes with that. And then I just threw in a few other ones. Listen to Your Fish is another doctor story. And then Elmo Loves You. And then I found these at, was it Target's Dollar Spot or Dollar Tree? But it's just a sketch pad, plain paper. I figured they could draw some pictures of Elmo. And then this puzzle I found, this was at Dirt Cheap for $3, but it was 50% off. So I actually bought 2 of these. It's a 12-piece foam puzzle that is very, very cool. So I love that. And here's a video that I picked up from a conference that I had gone to back in June. Count on Sports. So that's going to go along in there, along with a few board books, an Elmo, a Big Bird coloring book, Sesame Street pictures to color inside there. Then I've got an Elmo ABC writing pad, so they'll be able to practice with their handwriting. Let's see. And here's an Elmo match the card type game. It's basically, you know, concentration. So there's 2 of each kinds of cards, and you turn them over and kind of play a game. So this is the Elmo literary theme kit, basically, because everything, well, not Elmo necessarily, Sesame Street literary theme kit. So everything goes back in that bag. And basically, this will take a few days for them to be able to really go through and enjoy everything in here. Probably about a week of them using this kit. So I have another one here. And I'm running out of space on my table because I'm not putting anything away, but it's okay. Let's see, here's a small spot over here. Let's see. This is something I bought just this weekend. And I came up with it on the fly because I saw these cute little fishing things, or fishing toys at Toys R Us. They were $3. So you get the little fishing, what do you call this thing? Why I'm going blank right now. But you get the fishing reel and the little fish. You get 4 different fish in a pack. So I bought 2 to kind of, because I have 2 of them that will really use this. And then this is a bowl that I'm calling the pond or the sea, whichever one you want, pond, sea, ocean. This was from Dollar Tree along with the towel that matches from Dollar Tree. Now I got the towel so that the idea is that I will put water in there, not a whole lot, but I will put water just to kind of give them the real effect of going fishing and to see, you know, who can catch the most fish, who can catch the color blue, can you spell blue, that sort of thing. And to go along with this activity, I have One Big Ocean, which is a book that tells us all about the ocean, so they'll get to learn. And it's in kid language. It's very easy to understand it because it's sort of like a beginning reader book, so, or an I can read book. So that's going to go along with that, along with Marcus Fisher's The Rainbow Fish. Love this book, absolutely love it, and I have several of his other Rainbow Fish storybooks that are going to go along with that. So I have that in there. And then what I went ahead and did was, here is one of my teacher's resources, Exploring Water and the Ocean. And this book has tons of activities that have to do with water, the ocean, you know, and so forth. So they'll be able to do science and language activities. Like this is a language activity up here called Water Finger Play. And water story here. And so there's lots of different games and different things that they can do in this book. So I thought this would be a great way to extend this activity. along with a few worksheets that I printed out from some of the other teacher resource books that I have. Here is a I Know What Comes Next, which is a math sheet. So basically, using the idea of 5 in a row. If you're familiar with 5 in a row, then you know that you take a book and you do 5 different activities with that book, or 5 different subjects: science, math, art, history, Bible, whatever 5 different subjects that would go with that book is basically what you do. So kind of, piggybacking on that 5 in a row type idea. And so these are some different activities that I have set aside for them to do. I haven't put together I am going to do one for the, what do you call these things? Potato heads, the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head that I have in here. But I have yet to order those books. They're actually in my cart in Amazon. But I put together, this one is a sensory activity, basically with rice. I don't want to take this out. But essentially you can see they are going to work with the tray. And they're going to open the container, and I've hidden some toys in there. And they're going to use the scoops, the scoops that I have here. I have one scoop here and a smaller scoop, and then they have the funnel here. And I still have a bunch of these little eggs left over from my son's, from Easter, from our Easter egg hunt. So I thought these would be cute to put in there. They could put rice in there and so forth. So that's pretty much what we have over there. And then this crate is filled with sort of the same type thing. This literary unit or activity kit is based on the book The Three Little Kittens by Paul Galdone. And what's inside there, I found a bunch of these mittens from the Dollar Tree. Not this year, I'd gotten these like last year. And I've got some laundry cord. So I'm going to basically tie this between 2 chairs and allow them to hang the mittens from the clothesline here. And inside I also have a folder that is filled with different mitten activities, matching mittens, so we're going to do that. And then big and little, and there's mittens. So I went through a bunch of my teachers' resources to see, how many activities I can find that deal with mittens or that have mittens in it. These are colors with mittens. So basically some math and language activities that will go along with this particular unit or thing. And I did the same thing pretty much with Zach's alligator. There is an alligator puppet in here. This one isn't complete. I haven't finished adding any of the other specific activities that will go along with this, but this is definitely one that I want to finish. Curious George is one of my favorites. Curious George Visits the Dinosaur Museum. That's the book that is in here. So I found this at a yard sale about a year ago. Cost me about $1. Washed it up, perfect. Curious George puppet. And then I've got some dinosaurs from my dinosaur kit. And I found these at the Dollar Tree, these little wooden dinosaurs. I have a bunch of dinosaur stickers in here. And this is actually going to be a lap book that they're going to learn a lot about dinosaurs because, so I've already put this part together. And here is the work, Curious George Visits the Dinosaurs. And inside I have some dinosaur activity color pages. Here's a dinosaur poem. And so this is basically how I'm putting these types of literary kits together. I'll get some other dinosaur lap book things from the internet and finish this up. And so essentially here is Curious George and the dinosaur. Then I added some extension activities or extension books, My Visit to the Dinosaurs, and Mad About Triceratops, T-Rex, Stegosaurus, and other dinosaurs. So they get to learn a little bit about dinosaurs and can relate. I also found these little plates at the Dollar Tree, so thought they could have a snack. Just anything that would really bring home the unit. and the theme. I love just adding a whole bunch of things to the theme because I really want them to remember and learn. I think the more senses that you add to an activity or a unit, or the more senses that the kids are using, the more they learn. Okay, so I've got this, and let's see. I'm trying not to let this video be too long. Essentially, I have the Grouchy Ladybug inside here from Eric Carle. I found some stickers from the Dollar Tree that kind of go along with that. And these are some cards that I'd gotten from a teacher's conference that I had gone to. And basically, it's real-life pictures of all the animals that are in the story. So I like that. I threw that in there to go along with that. And here are some cards as well that I had, from one of the other sets that of flashcards that I have that basically give information about some of the animals that are in the Grouchy Ladybug story. This is also going to be a lap book literary unit for them, so I've got those folders in there. And this is the Grouchy Ladybug learning activity, so I've got a folder full of different activities for them. This I did get from a teacher's conference one year, about 2 years ago. I got this from a teacher's conference, and so I thought, perfect, I'm going to use this. And it's just filled with tons of great activities to extend the book of the Grouchy Ladybug. And then inside here, I got this from, where did I get this from? Target. These are learning activity placemats, but I mean, who's going to use them to eat on? Not me. I'm going to let the kids write on these. And so basically, I just thought that this was really cool. It goes along with this particular unit. How many times do we go in the store and we buy all this stuff and then we say, oh, we're going to use it, we put it to the side, and guess what? We never use it. So that's why this year I decided to put together these literary kits and themed kits so that I can ensure that, yes, I am going to use these things this year. They're not going to be in the closet. They're not going to be stuffed away in bins somewhere and then I forget about it and I end up buying more stuff, and forgetting that I had stuff already. This is a literary unit on the Amazon Rainforest. So we've got these books up. A rainforest tree. We're roaming in the rainforest. In the rainforest. Just a couple of different books. Here's a toucan puppet. And this one isn't quite finished yet either. I haven't added the folder or the lap books to this one, but I know that this is a kit or a unit that I do want to do. Here is one that is definitely bulging with different things. This is the Very Hungry Caterpillar, one of my favorite books. This is also going to be a lap book unit. And I found these at the Dollar Tree. Just some foam butterflies. Here are some pipe cleaners that we're going to make other butterflies with. Here is the Hungry Caterpillar that has all of the different foods that the caterpillar ends up eating. That kind of goes along with that. So, and then I've got this other folder in here that is filled with tons of different caterpillar activities and butterfly activities for the kids. And so basically we're going to focus on what are some of the good foods that we can eat that are healthy for us, what good foods did the caterpillar eat, that sort of thing. And we're going to basically talk about the 5 senses that kind of go along with this, because the caterpillar tasted a ton of different foods. And so that's basically, and then I added another one of these because I thought, well, hey, it goes with that too, right? Kill 2 birds with 1 stone kind of thing. And last but not least, these are the other books that are going to be eventually put into theme kits as well. So I just have them bagged up so that I can make sure that I know what's next on my list. So that as I'm shopping, as I'm going around, if I find some things, I can go ahead and start putting things together. So here is Olivia. I got these from the Dollar Tree. There's 4 different books. And I also have the Olivia coloring book from the Dollar Tree. And this is Monster Math. And then there is a Monster Math matching folder game, file folder game from the Dollar Tree, along with some stickers. So these we're definitely going to do a unit on. I definitely want to do a literary unit on Where the Wild Things Are, The Doorbell Rang by Pat Hutchins. And, of course, one of my absolute favorite books, The Big Hungry Bear. The Little Mouse, the Red Ripe Strawberry, and The Big Hungry Bear. Okay, so now that my floor is filled with tons of activities, and I've had a chance to show you guys those, I'm going to talk very briefly about what... and I think my paper's in here. I'm going to talk very briefly to you about what my preschool, kindergarten phonics curriculum is going to be. So essentially, I'm going to start first with an assessment. I think it's very important that we always start with an assessment. Where are we? So basically, I use these books. The Assessment and Intervention for Struggling Readers. This is grades 1 through 3. Now, yes, this says 1 through 3, but it has assessment materials that can be used for kindergartners. For instance, the letters and sounds assessment. So here is that sheet. And basically, you would use this, photocopy it, of course, and whatever method that you choose to use, whether it's pointing or have the child to point, I suggest that you do it in more than one way just to make sure that they've mastered it. Point to the letter C. Can you show me the letter C? What letter is this? This way you're sure that they understand it. Of course, you're not going to do that back to back. You're going to do that in different ways. So you're going to say, oh, what letter is this? What letter is that? Can you show me letter C? And so forth. And if they go back to the letter C eventually, then you understand that they do recognize the letter C and so forth. You want to ask them the sound. And then you want to make a checklist of all the letters they recognize and all of the sounds that they recognize. So then you have this to begin with. Make sure you put the date and the child's name and their grade. And this is something that I do with my preschool and kindergartners just so that I know where they are to begin with. Okay, so I use that for that reason. And here is the second book that I use is the Essential Kindergarten Assessments for Reading, Writing, and Math. So basically, this is the go-to book for assessing them for reading, writing, and for math. And basically, it's going to give you samples, okay, of what you can put in their files or in their portfolio. Can they copy words around the room? Are they able to write some of their letters? There is a form, let's see, that I have that I really go to first with them. I'm sorry, I should have marked it off, because there's a form that basically tells you, that shows whether or not they can, oh, this one. This one is the writing assessment, letter formation. So basically you would just ask the child, can you write the letter A? Can you write the letter B? Or what have you? And continue on. And do not correct them. Don't tell them they're writing it wrong. Don't, give any type of indication as to what they may or may not be doing. Just simply ask them to write it. If they stall and they can't do it, okay, sweetie, it's all right. Just move on to the next one. You make a note that this was supposed to be the letter A, but they were unable to recall how to write the letter A. So this is something that I feel is important that I use. There's another one with writing your name. Yeah, I can print my name. However that is, whether it's 2 lines going up and down, a couple of squiggles and circles, you want this because you want to be able to see their progression. And so you want to do this assessment probably every 3 months just to see what progress they've made. Now, you don't want to do this every 3 months if you haven't worked on that skill. But if you have been working on the skill throughout the 3 months, yes, you definitely want to assess them every 3 months to find out what their progress is. Okay, so I always begin with that. Then after I determine whether or not they've mastered their alphabet, they need more work on that. If they need more work on the alphabet and it's not completely mastered, I have a few things that I do with them. We use the alphabet matching puzzle here. I have tons of other things here that we also use, ABC word match, just a few other things that we'll use. I have these big block wooden alphabet that we kind of go over. So I'll let them trace it. We'll find pictures that match, and we'll do all different kinds of hands-on activities that will help them to master the alphabet. So that's first, making sure they've mastered alphabet recognition and sound. And we also use things like the alphabet books, where each page is basically like this. Well, let me start with the first one so I can give you a really good glimpse of how it works. So basically, you're helping them to make alphabet books with this. So here's an A page, and you can have them draw a picture that begins with the letter A. You can have them write the letter A here, color. And then they're going to color and cut out the pictures that begin with the letter A. And here are some sight words that begin with the letter A. And so they're making a book. And here's the letter B, and then it goes on like that throughout the whole book. So basically, student-made alphabet books. These are great for learning alphabet. Here is another go-to book that I use as my resource, Gay and Sue Pinnell. Love, love, love this book. Phonics lessons, they are the go-to for basically everything phonics and how to teach your child to read. How to teach based on phonics. Okay, it's very, very important that your children are not just memorizing words, but that they are learning rules for letters and vowels and different things like that, so that they know how to decode words later on. So that's very important for me. And so we go on to, I don't want to skip, I wrote a few things down here. So after we do our letter sounds and recognition, and then we go on to our vowel sounds and how they work, we go on to short vowel word families. And so these are long vowel word families here. But I do have another book that has short vowel word families. I couldn't find it this evening, but here are two of my other favorite books. The Abeka, I love this book, A Handbook for Reading. Absolutely love this book, because basically what it does is it breaks everything down into the short vowels. This gives the rules for reading as you go throughout the book. See, each one of them has like different suggestions and rules on it. Let's see if I can find one of the rules here. Okay, here's a rule that blending the sound of a consonant and a vowel is an important step to reading words. We always read from left to right. So there's a rule. Yes, they need to know that rule. When there is one vowel in a word, it usually says its short sound. Here's another rule that we want to have them to understand. How many vowels are in that word? Just one. Well, it's going to say its short sound. So that's an important book for me to use, as well as my blend and word book, because after they learn this, we move on to blends. Okay. Then, let's see, we have a few other phonics books, and this is 1st through 3rd grade quick and easy learning phonics games, and these are basically file folder games that will help them to master their letter sounds and blends. Okay, so I love making these, and I use that quite a lot. One of the other things that I use for, well, I don't want to jump the gun. What's next on my list? Okay, so we do the short vowel word families, and we're going to do at, app, in, et, etc., learning different word families. Then we're going to learn sight words, high frequency sight words, beginning blends, and I have a bag of some of my high frequency sight words here. Some are on the wall here. above here, but those are mostly for the older ones. But here I have some of the, and these are very old. I used to stick these all over my son's wall. But these are some high frequency sight words in that bag, and I've got some elsewhere as well. Here's another pack of the high frequency sight words that we use, and that goes to my Hooked on Phonics here. And here's a game that we play called Whiz Kids from Discovery Toys. And basically this is an alphabet word game that they pick a letter and then they pick a topic. Name a color that begins with P. Oh, purple. So forth. And so it just basically gets them to think and have fun. These are a Becca curriculum. Oops. Flashcards. Love, love, love these phonics flashcards. They graduate in intensity and level as you get a little bit further along in them. So we usually start with some of the short vowel words, short vowel cards that are somewhere mixed in here. But anyway, I start with the short vowel and then the long vowel, and then we go with some of the ending sounds. And so basically they're able to produce words eventually by using these cards. So I really love those. To go along with that are, of course, the Bob books. Love, love, love Bob books. Can't, say enough good things about the Bob books, especially when we're going through the at family or the word families, the short vowel word families, because these are going to be helpful to them in building confidence for their reading. Because they're going to really feel, hey, I can read. And so this box is just basically filled with some books that I've put to the side that I feel are easy readers, where the words repeat themselves, and the picture kind of helps out with what it says on the page, so that it's easy for them to figure out basically what's on there. So that's pretty much it. Now I've got a ton to clean up, and this video is 30 minutes long. Oh my God, I am so sorry. I apologize for making the video so long. I didn't intend, and now I'm going on and on. So I think I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.